So Jonathan, why should someone drink Kangen water?
Why shouldn't they drink Kangen water? You need the electrons in your body. You can drink alkaline water, and the water stays alkaline, but because it passes through your body doesn't mean that your body is going to become alkaline. Only the electrons have the power to make your body alkaline. That's why fruits and vegetables and things of that nature that have an abundance of electrons in them are called antioxidants or antioxidizing fruits and vegetables and food. It's because the presence of electron is there. But electrons leave, once they leave their source, all the electrons are stripped from whatever it is, whether it's the water that you drink or the fruits that you eat and you make a smoothie and whatnot. All of them are gone within 48 hours once they are exposed to oxygen or once they leave its source. So you need a machine, because you cannot buy Kangen water in bottles. You can't buy it at stores or whatnot. It takes anywhere up to from 3 to 6 months for bottles of Evian or Fiji and whatnot to hit the shelves. 48 hours for all the electrons to be gone from water, and it takes 3 to 6 months for your bottled water to reach the shelf. And you do the math. You need the electrons. The electrons are the key to reversing your age, to maintaining health in every sense of the word. And nothing, no illness, no disease can survive in an alkaline environment. But you're not gonna get it with drinking alkaline water alone, because you can take radioactive water or poisoned water that's been poisoned with chemicals, and you can make it alkaline by simply adding sodium bicarbonate, which we like to call Arm & Hammer baking soda. But I dare you to drink it. So do yourself a favor, get yourself a Kangen water machine and start making the change. Change your water, change your life. That's what Kangen and Enagic like to say. And I'm an end user, I'm not a distributor. And I can tell you that it's changed my life, and it has helped me to change the life of thousands of people around the world as I've traveled, speaking about not only manifestation, but meditation, age reversal, and health in general. So, all the best to you.
So why Kangen and not its competitors?
I've tried its runner-up, the Athena machine. I tried it for 3 months, and it did nothing for me. It did nothing for me. They're not the same machines. There's a reason why they cost less. You know, a Chrysler 300 is not a Rolls Royce, no matter how much it looks like one. So this is your health you're talking about. This is not luxury, this is health. And once you lose it, you can't really get it back. At least not in the sense that we know. Once your transmission is gone, your car's never the same. So treat your body right. If you cannot afford a Kangen water machine, if you cannot do what it takes to afford health, then perhaps you don't deserve it. So ask yourself that question. You're willing to spend $30,000, $40,000 and more on luxury, like vehicles, hundreds of thousands of dollars on houses and whatnot, but at the end of the day, you can't enjoy a single one of them if you don't have health. So if you cannot afford a couple $1,000s for a machine that will last you 40 years plus, then ask yourself where your priorities are, and I invite you to reconsider. I use water ionizers because it's important to have the presence of electrons in your body. The more electrons you have, the younger you stay, the healthier you are, period. And people always ask me, what form of water ionizer do I personally use? So I'm gonna answer that question for you right now. And I want you to know before I say this that I am not associated with this company. No, they're not cutting me a check. Maybe they should, but I will tell you the honest truth of what I use. I use the Enagic Kangen machines. Okay, I have a couple of models of theirs. I have all but maybe 1 or 2 of their models. So I use that particular machine. Yes, it is more expensive. I can tell you right now why it's more expensive, and you just have to figure out whether or not it's worth it for you. It's more expensive because a good portion of that money that you're paying for it, let's say it's $4,000 for that machine, about half of that is going toward the many levels of network marketing to the distributors that are a part of that, marketing business. So, $2,000 worth or so go to the distributors who are selling it, because they don't pay for commercials and that type of advertising and whatnot. So that's the way they sell it. They pay
that to their direct affiliates, their direct distributors. So, so yes, it is marked up. I think it would be marked up anyway if they had to do commercials, maybe less so, I don't know. But it has been around. It is the originator of that technology in the commercial marketplace. It's been around for a very long time. These are the things that I looked at before I got that machine. And also the fact that I actually tried it for 3 days before I got it. And after 3 days, it totally changed. It changed I had terrible bowel problems and intestinal problems. 3 days after drinking it, I was hooked. I was convinced. I had no problems anymore. And on the 4th day, I purchased my machine. And then my mom, the week after, purchased her machine because she also suffered from the same types of problems, digestive problems. So I use the Kangen machine. It's the oldest one. I know it works. I have many of those machines myself. I'm not a distributor. I do have many people who follow me who are distributors of Enagic. I've used other types of water ionizers. I've used the Athena machine. That was no good. That didn't work for me. And I used another one. I forget the name of it. It's a very pretty one, but it didn't do squat. So you just have to ask yourself, do I want to pay the extra money for it? And, you know, that's going toward distributors or whatever it's going. Do I want to pay the extra money to get this machine, knowing that it is pretty much the gold standard of water ionizer in the world, knowing that yes, it does work, knowing that Jonathan Amaret, who is extremely strict about what he puts in his body, what he puts on his body, and I only use the best and I have enough money to pay for the best, uses this machine. This is the one that he trusts. Or am I gonna go with something that's cheap and then run the risk of getting something that may end up not working anyway, and it's $2,000 cheaper, but it's also $2,000 that I had to spend to get it, and it doesn't work. So you just have to decide for yourself what's true or not. And I know that that's what I decided, and that's what I have, and now you know. And one more thing before I forget. If you're wanting to bring your level of health up to optimal levels, or you're wanting to really not only slow down the aging process, but you're wanting to stop it and reverse it, actually reverse it, then Kangen water alone is a factor in that, but it is not the full picture. And if you think that it is, you're gonna end up just like everybody else who just uses Kangen water, does not adhere to the right type of diet, the right type of mind techniques and mind mastery, etc., etc., etc. You're gonna keep getting older and keep getting sicker. Even Kangen water is not gonna save you there. However, if you learn, and I teach this to people all over the world, if you learn how to use the Enagic water or whatever it is, the ionized water that you get from wherever you get it, whatever quality you have it, right? If you use that ionized water, the presence of electrons back in the water molecule, and you're constantly ingesting all of these electrons, right? You're replenishing electrons back into the atoms of your body, and you're using mind mastery techniques like the ones we teach in thought mechanics to determine, to dictate where that energy should go. You can begin to not only stop your aging process, but reverse it. And you can begin to achieve levels of optimum health that you never have before. And so if you or a loved one are suffering from something that maybe terminal illness, something detrimental like cancer and things, it is possible to help the body heal itself better, to heal itself. So look into that, guys.